So you're reading all the books, all the self-help books, how to grow your business, and you're still experiencing nothing. You're still experiencing no change in your business. And all that you want to do is you want to get more clients, you want to grow your income, you want to make impact, right? So let me guess, instead of actually reading this book and feeling like you've got a clear plan, you sit left there going, I feel more confused than ever. What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? What am I going to do, right? And to make matters worse, no matter what you do, the more books you read, the more like one of these books you read, the more confused you feel, the more you're like, okay, well, what is the thing? What am I supposed to do? So in this video, I'm sharing why maybe we're a little bit lied to by this book. Instead, and what happens when we try to read all the self-help books, Getting Money, Get Rich, all these books, what actually happens and why you're not seeing the success. More importantly, by the end of this video, I want to be sharing with you what you can do, what the steps you can do, so that you can be the rich dad and not the poor dad, or the rich wife and not the poor wife, right? So I'm going to be sharing you with that, what that looks like. And I'm Cindy Pate. I'm a business coach and I've helped many women scale and grow their business. I've helped women make multiple six-figure businesses, be featured on top applications, be guest featured speakers. So here's exactly what's happening right now. You have found an influencer, you may have found these books and you're reading things like Rich Dad Poor Dad, Get Rich Quick, Expert Secrets, Traffic Secrets, and reading all these books and you're like, what do I do, right? And specifically this book, this is the one that a lot of people, if you're in the entrepreneur space, everybody knows Rich Dad Poor Dad. But the thing is, has anybody actually gone and gone, okay, I've read this book and I've done and I've made success, right? So my question is, did this book lie to us? Like, is this actually going to make us rich? So I want to preface this by saying this is an amazing book. However, what happens is a lot of people look at this book and they read it and they're like, oh, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be thinking a different way and doing a different thing. And therefore, I'm going to be rich. And it doesn't work. And then it kind of feels like, oh, this book must have lied to me. There's something there there's something wrong. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is this book is all about reframing your mindset. Yes, there's practical tips about your money quadrant, how to actually, divide your assets, how to actually spend your assets, and so that you're not spending more than what you're actually making, right? But at the end of the day, none of that truly matters if you don't actually shift your mindset. And the key thing is, if you look at the difference between the rich dad and the poor dad, there was a mindset shift. There was a way that they looked at money. There was a way that they spoke about money. There was a way that they approached money and how to actually grow their businesses and everything like that. And that's the difference that we need to look at as entrepreneurs, as coaches in this industry, is how are we actually approaching money in our business? How are we approaching our clients? How are we approaching everything? Because I know you're going, oh, I'm reading all these books. I'm reading Traffic Secrets, Expert Secrets, and I've got a collection on my bookshelf here of so many books, so many, and like more hidden away, right? Most of them I've got, Atomic Habits, Think and Grow Rich, a whole bunch of Napoleon Hill stuff. Neville Goddard. There's so many books that I have, but at the end of the day, none of these books mean anything. These books will all be a lie to you if you don't start implementing, if you don't start actually taking one of the books and actually going, okay, what is the principle? What do I think when I hear it? Because at the end of the day, if you just read this book and you're going through this, okay, income, expenses, assets, liability, going through this, right? And you don't actually go, okay, what am I hearing? What can I implement? What can I take from this? You are just setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for a point where you're just going, okay, this book lied to me. It's not worth it. It sounds good. It's for those people. It's not for me. But this book is for everybody. Most of these self-help books, they're for everybody, right? Okay, I've not read everyone's, so I can't expect for everybody, but majority of them, they will help you if you let it help you, right? If you work the material will work you. It will work. There's so many strategies, so many things that you can do to grow your business, scale your business. But at the end of the day, you need to pick a strategy that works for you and you need to change your mind around it. Don't go into it saying, well, I know everything, and then just leave it at the doorstep. It's like, oh, but I know this, I know this, I know this. If you know what, you wouldn't be reading this book. You wouldn't be watching this video. You wouldn't be watching countless other videos if you already know it, right? Because if you know what, you'll be implementing it. And if you're implementing it, you will start seeing results that you can refine, that you can grow, that you can tweak, that you can change, right? And that's what it comes down to. Start taking books like this serious and say, okay, what does it say in chapter 1? What do I understand from it? What does it make me think? What it makes me feel? How am I approaching money? What is my discussion around money? Do I keep having the narrative of I can't afford this? I don't have this. This is not for me. Instead, start changing your narrative to going, how can I make this possible? What are my options? How is a different way that I can look at this item? What is this trying to tell me? What am I not seeing? How can I grow and explore from there, right? That's what it comes down to. You need to actually sit down, look at these books, look at all of them in context and going, okay, what can I learn from them? What is the commonality? And go from there. But don't get bombarded with so many things that you start going, I don't know what to do. Because at the end of the day, there is so many strategies, courses, things in this. What you need to do is find out what works for you, what works for your business, what works for your life, what works for the situation that you are in right now, what works for the season that you're in right now. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're locked into it. It means you can change it, 12 months, 3 months, whatever months down the road when it no longer serves you, right? But stick with a plan right now, stick with a system right now and work that system, and don't just keep chopping and changing to the next one, right? And if you want more help setting up a system, learning how you can actually grow your business with zero following, zero social media, with no mailing list, then I've got a training down the bottom that is going to be amazing for you. Go and check the description down below. It's going to awesome. It's going to help you to actually grow your business without actually having a following or not. But as always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Do, 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 do.